Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy T Dub. What's blazing in sports? We are here live. All right, so give me just a few moments to let everything get situated and clear up. But what we're going to talk about live today is Adonis Stevenson versus Fonfara. Wow, what do you think about the rematch, guys? Did it live up to the hype? Did it live up to the class you wanted? Probably not if you're a Fonfara fan. If you are a Adonis Stevenson fan, it most definitely did. But guys, this is not going to be a long review. The fight did not go long itself. What we saw here was a downfall, a powerful left hand over and over, and Fonfara not able to adjust. It's like he was Adonis Stevenson just could not miss with the left hand. But guys, let me talk about Fonfara just a little bit. All right, so this is the second time they fought. They fought first back in 2014. Stevenson got the win, but it wasn't by knockout. I believe it's by unanimous decision. And a few fights later, you got Fonfara, who faces Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He gets the win there. And then, unknown, I believe is it Joe Smith. Fonfara fought Joe Smith, and I believe it may have been the second round. It looks like Joe was in all kinds of trouble. Fonfara was pressing the action like a hot press on hair, and Joe caught him with some major shots and stopped him. And then we have Chad Dawson, where he bounced it back and get a win, and now we have the Adonis Stevenson fight. Guys, so let's just get right into it. I'm going to say this right now. There was a knockout. Did not go past 2 rounds. It looks like Fonfara came in with the wrong game plan. It looks like in the short time of getting hit with the left hand, he could not make any adjustments. Now, even though Adonis Stevenson got the win, man, it seemed like, I hate to be, criticize someone, but it seemed like the only really good, weapon he got of showing versatility is just throwing that big left hand, maybe a 1-2, because he's a southpaw fighter. I see a lot of areas in which he can improve. Now, if he faces a guy like Andre Ward or Kovalev, I know they said Ward didn't sound as interested into fighting Stevenson. I believe he said his time had come and gone. And then you have Kovalev, which I guess his time has come and gone against Kovalev. Then you have the thought of if he faced Kovalev, how it would go. Now, I think Kovalev and Andre Ward both have the skill set, well, at least a superior skill set than Adonis Stevenson. But the thing is, guys, sometimes when you have a one punch like he has, that left hand, like when that left hand hits you, it takes that meter from red to very low, almost reddish color, and maybe a couple of hits. And in this fight, guys, when he was catching Fonfara in the first round, he was landing that left, man. It's like, honestly, it's like he was kind of pawing with the jab, and then he would throw a straight left hand right down the pipe. Or sometimes he might throw a real jab and then come with a straight left hand. He has a couple more punches. He might hook, throw a little hook. But guys, his money shot is the left hand, and how could you not prepare for the money shot? How could you not adjust to the left hand? At least, try to take that from him. So after the first round, I believe it might have been the first round, Stevenson dropped him. He gets up, he's continued. I think he had the wrong game plan in the beginning. Talking about Fonfara. But let's go to it. We got the second round now, and it just seemed like, man, that left hand was dialed in. It's like one of those heat-seeking missiles. And in this case, it was his left hand was the missile, and it was heat-seeking the center of his face, because it wasn't hooks, it wasn't uppercuts. It was straight down the pipe, tattooing your nose, your eyes, and your chin. And it was landing over and over. Woo! He was getting hit, and he was getting hit to the point that he didn't get knocked out. But you saw Virgil Hunter with stand up in the corner, and the fight was stopped. Now let's just chat on what we think each fighter can go from here. Honestly, with Fonfara, I'm not sure. he might have to avoid heavy punches. Look what Stevenson did to him. Look what Joe Smith did to him. He did beat Julio, but Julio has proven when he move up to that weight that he does not carry the power. And now Julio has proven when he go down and fight at a catch weight of 164, he doesn't fight with the effort. So I'm not sure what Julio is going to do. I'm not sure what Fonfara is going to do. I actually like to watch him as a fighter, but sometimes it comes to a point that, how damaged mentally that this can do to him. Sometimes when these fighters get, a little seasoned and they get that mentality to where when they catch a lot of big shots, they just start reacting. And then sometimes it's almost like they want to get knocked out. They want to get stopped in a fight because they like their brain can't process to make adjustments. So I guess the first thing I would like to see him do is just take some time away from the sport. Then slowly get back to it with some sparring. Be selective with comeback fights. I would be very selective with his first two fights. I wouldn't fight one fight and then try to get a rematch with a third fight with Adonis Stevenson, or be a stepping stone for a Kovalev award, depending on who wins or loses that fight. Or even try to do a rematch with Joe Smith. Speaking of Joe Smith, man, what has he done? Is he? Maybe I have to look on Joe Smith. I'm not sure what Joe Smith has going on since he punched Bernard Hopkins out of the ring. But and that's all I can really say about Fonfara. He gave a good effort. No. Well, yeah, a good effort with a bad game plan with no adjustments. Put it like that. Now, Adonis Stevenson. Obviously, a lot of people is going to be calling for the winner of Kovalev award. And, it should be the fight that be made. Does he have a skill set, like in my eyes, to compete with those guys? I don't think so, man. I don't see Kovalev as... I think Kovalev has a decent chin. I think Ward would probably be a better fight for Stevenson because Ward still, moved up. I still don't see him as a, as a full light heavyweight. And I think Kovalev will eventually. I think Kovalev will eventually probably stop Adonis Stevenson. But let me watch him after this fight. Let's watch both of these fighters. Let's watch Ward. Let's watch Kovalev, and let's see if anything happens. But besides that, what we got going on? Let's see. You had the answer, Sway. What's going on, my dude? Benoit was out of it by the time he fell out of the ring. You know what, man? This is a comment on the Joe Smith versus Bernard Hopkins. You know what, man? I'm going to be honest. I picked Bernard to beat Joe. And once I saw the fight actually start going down, and I saw that Bernard could not move like he used to. Because sometimes, like when they say a fighter get old, you only can go off their last performance. And if their last performance looked like they was a decent fighter, you only can expect the next fight be a decent fight. But sometimes you can just see instantly, it looked like he was kind of baby stepping. He wasn't gracefully no more. He wasn't able to react to a lot of punishment. Because I thought, Joe Smith was, to me, Joe Smith is still an okay fighter with a pretty good punch on him. He wasn't able to smother Joe like he normally and get away with not getting caught with big shots. He was getting caught with big shots when he came in. So like what Ward did to Kovalev the first fight, he tried to come in and smother the bigger punches, shots, and he did have success in doing it. And when Bernard did it to Joe Smith, he was still getting caught with big shots. And like my boy, you don't have the answer, Sway said, I'm not sure if he was completely out, but he was getting caught with such big shots that when Joe hit him with that, I think that final left hook, he didn't see it coming, and because it had so much force, he probably thought he got pushed. And here's the thing: when Bernard landed on the back of his neck, upper shoulder, all neck area, lower head, one of the first thing he said was, he couldn't walk on his ankle. He might have got a concussion just from hitting that floor like that. He might have got a concussion, But, I'm going to still try to keep an eye on him, look out for Joe Smith after this, and see if I can do some research on Joe, see what's going on. Definitely a big win by Adonis Stevenson. I will let this all go longer, but you know what? Fonfara, after maybe the first 40 seconds of this fight, only one, not quite 2 rounds, he had no adjustments. He could not stop the right hand. He didn't move to take it away. He didn't, move away from his left. And Stevenson didn't really show a extreme, true skill set. It's hard to say this because Adonis Stevenson only has one loss. The thing is, he got power, and if you can't stop the power, then you're going to have a big issue with it. I can critique him and say, he got openings, he get hit, he paused. But the fact is, guys, he got power. The fact is, he still deserved praise for getting this knockout. All thumbs up to him. I want to see the winner of Andre Ward versus Kovalev. That's a huge, big fight that a lot of people are going to go back and forth. Even some of my subscribers might agree or disagree with me, and I don't mind it. Please, don't just join me because you always agree with me. Don't join me because you disagree. Just join in so we can just debate these fights, talk about these fights. Like my boy, you don't have the answer. Sway said, like my boy, stuttering. You don't have the answer. Sway, comment live. I don't mind it. Sometimes when you comment and you bring up something, it gets my brain working because I'm realistically looking at the camera and processing thoughts to give you my thought. Like really, I want to decide to do this video 30 minutes before I did it. Found a picture, edited a picture, and did it my live. But hey, man, if you ever have any video ideas that you like to see me do, any let's say if you see Adrian Broner says something, anything you want to see my thought on, boxing related, UFC related, MMA related, it doesn't matter. Comment below, let your boy know. This is T-Dub. What's blazing in sports? We are here live. Thank you for joining. Subscribe, like, share. Check the description for all my social media. Look to see you there. Talk to you later. Thank you.